Hey, Mortgage Coach community, Dave Savage, and today I'm with Kristin Messerli. What's up?
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. So we are in Portland. We work. Kristin is in town. Seeing clients?
Yep, seeing clients, seeing you.
Good, good. So we've been brainstorming, collaborating. One of the top topics is just how important it is for local referral-based mortgage professionals to get to the buyer first and to create demand, with the buyer. And then obviously help your realtor partners get to the buyer so that together you guys have more leads, you have more opportunities. Mm-hmm. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, this is the area that we really have created a cultural outreach strategy around one, how you connect with buyers and through your community, and two, what kind of content you use to reach them. So that really plays well into why I'm such a big supporter of Mortgage Coach and utilizing like total cost analysis and things like that to support that connection.
TCA.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and by the way, I am still working on that Mortgage Coach lead generation playbook. That will be posted. If you're watching this after we have it, there'll be a link down below to both the lead generation playbook and the lead conversion playbook. So Kristin, you and I did an interview, I don't know, months ago. It's been watched almost 500 times, where you created like this just playbook. Like if a loan officer was to do a lunch and learn partnering with a realtor, you did a playbook. By the way, I'll put a link down below where it was like 30 minutes. Kristin providing, how many slides?
Like 20 or 30.
20 slides. The slides are down below too, inside the link. What are some other ideas, aside from just doing lunch and learns, which I think loan officers should be doing, but what are some other ideas and strategies to work with agents to get out there in front of buyers?
Yeah, so there is a lot that you can do in partnering with an agent to, particularly in reaching first-time home buyers that I'll talk about. One is identifying who the community leaders are in first-time home buyer markets. So in these markets, you're looking at a lot of diversity, a lot of millennials. So really finding out who are some of the community leaders. Let's say you have a big Hispanic community and you identify that there's a big Hispanic church and you want to talk to the pastor there, or even talking to some of the social workers, which is my background. They know who's who in a lot of underserved communities, which is a huge opportunity for lenders and agents. So identifying those, developing those relationships, and coming up with ways you can do a lunch and learn or homebuyer education seminar in partnership with some of those community leaders. So you get access to the buyers through that channel. Also looking at some of the young professional organizations. There's tons of those, tons of networking groups, WeWorks everywhere where you can go in and provide education. But it does always come down to the relationship and education and follow-up communication. So that brings me to the last area is looking at what kind of content you're giving them. I can't tell you how much content I look at that's financial literacy or marketing that looks like it was created for the person that's giving it. And we really got to be careful about how that content is resonating with the buyer. So is it reflecting the audience? Is there diversity, young people in the imagery? Is it simple and straightforward for someone who is new to buying a home? And is it reflective of the kind of language that we would use on a day-to-day basis? Whether that's using technology or simple terms, or even the language of the target market, like using Spanish language content. And then getting into the technology aspect, obviously that is a huge connector and can play into all of that, and why Mortgage Coach is a great connector in that way.
So make sure, everybody watching this, you're very familiar with the Mortgage Coach rep versus own analysis. Really helps the family go from confusion to clarity on whether they should keep renting, whether they should buy based off of their assumptions. I'll put a link down below to some of those. Also, this is a great opportunity. Like when all the work I've done on the lead generation playbook has pointed back to your database, pointed back to your relationships. So you're saying, hey, go out there and reach out to these community leaders. Go to your database. Really look at who do you know that is in a position to be an influencer to you. They might be able to get you a lunch and learn. They might be able to get you a workshop. I mean, you are just one person away from everybody that you need to know.
Yeah.
So your database.
I would also say, though, use that database to expand your network, because I think that a lot of times we stay in our circle and we miss a lot of markets that are not being reached and that are largely untapped and big opportunities for people.
Good. And then, by the way, I am posting this in the Mortgage Coach Productivity Mastermind every Friday, 9 o'clock Pacific. We're here to help. But share your ideas. What are you doing as a local mortgage professional to get out there and get in front of first-time home buyers? There are no bad ideas, even if it's ideas that we talk about a lot. Put that in comments below. And new ideas. And what are you doing to partner with your realtor? You know, open houses. Obviously, I'm going to put the playbook together. We're going to put all the list of everything. But guys, we're a community. Let's share ideas. One last thing, Kristin.
We also just released our top mobile apps report for home buyers at every stage of the buying process. So check that out. It's free at culturaloutreach.com, and it's a great way to provide another piece of value to your real estate agents and even do lunch and learns on that topic.
So here's my other takeaway. So first of all, if you don't consider yourself like I'm a mobile first mortgage professional, but yet you want to get first-time home buyers, you want to connect with them, you want to do business with them, you need to speak their language. You need to download their apps. You need to be smart about it. So Kristin's, what do you call it again?
Top mobile apps report, yeah.
Top mobile app reports. It was put together from her and her team. They did their research. They really worked hard to say, what are home buyers using? What would we use? They interviewed a lot of people, and these are the apps that they're using. So for all you loan officers, you should make sure you download it, make sure you go through it and go, yes, I know this one. No, I don't know that one. And know your audience. And then also, it's just a great resource if you're doing lunch and learns for realtors. You can pretty much do a whole lunch and learn on just, hey, there's this great, report, and here's all the top apps. Let's talk about it. You can do a mastermind with agents just around that report.
Yeah, we made the report just a slide deck, actually, so that you can very easily do those presentations with that.
Great. So you've got the rent versus own. Bring that into every agent conversation, every buyer conversation. You've got Kristin's slide from her Lunch and Learn in a Box down below. And we've also got your mobile app report.
Yeah, lots of stuff. Thanks.
Lots of stuff. All right, hope this was valuable. Please like it, share it, and share your ideas below. Take care.